Hello, my name is Mark Cromie. I'm here to present my final project for class MIT 501. For my project, I decided to look at technology and coaching. I currently work for the Colorado Rapids Youth Soccer Club here in Denver, and so I decided to ask the question, how is technology used in coaching soccer today? Off the field of play, we use most of the technology for administrative items, such as data entry, player tracking documents, game schedules, payment processing, general administrative items such as that. On the field of play, though, we use technology quite a lot. We use our smartphones to track the weather in case there's any lightning strikes in the area, then we can quickly get the players off the field of play for their safety. We also use iPads and other technology devices for tracking players during games, such as substitutions, goals, assists, those sort of things. So that's another way technology can be used. One of the most valuable pieces that I use personally myself on a daily basis would be some software called Session Planner. Previously, I used to use just pen and paper to draw up my lesson plans for training sessions each evening, but now I do it all on computer, so it all looks professional and it's easier to track and also to have for future reference. So those are the main areas that we use technology. In terms of the IT system layout, our offices are located on South Monaco Parkway in Denver. We have office space of approximately 2,200 square foot, and that accommodates around 20 employees at the minute. The office is separated into 4 offices, 1 conference room. There's a kitchen area, 2 big open plan areas that we house a lot of cubicle space, and then some closet space for servers and technology such as that, and office supplies. One consideration would be for any growth with technology is, does our space accommodate any technological advances that we may want to implement? Most of the hardware that we use at the Rapids Youth Soccer office is just basic desktops, laptops. We've got internet and Wi-Fi capabilities. We have 1 large screen TV that we use for presentations, to bring coaches in and to present them with some new information and methodology in terms of how we coach the players. We also have a large printer that we use to give out documents and print any paperwork that we might need to hand out to coaches or parents to fill in paperwork. So we use that. Most of the software that we use basic Microsoft Office to do all our processing and presentations. We also have some software called Blue Sombrero that is used to track players, so it's easily accessible, every single player within the club, within the organisation, and it's all divided into age group and team and level of team as well. So Blue Sombrero becomes a really vital piece of software that we use every day. Another piece of software that we use is Constant Contact, and that one is mainly for email distribution. It allows for one centralized location and all the contacts to be shared and to be visible for all the staff members in the office. Another one we use is Google Docs that we use for game schedules and any events that are going on, so that anyone can go on and edit those and keep that up to date every day. Technology changes and some opportunities for the Rapids would be, obviously smartphones have played a big part. We have those on us at all times so that we can be contacted by parents and players, and like I said earlier, also for tracking weather. Social media has become a big important piece of some of the operations, so we use that if there's any delays or any training sessions that get cancelled last minute. That's our go-to piece of technology that we use in order to give the information out as quickly as possible. Some opportunities that I feel we could use would be things such as Google Translate. We serve a very diverse population in terms of our membership, and so it allows for coaches to be able to interact with parents of players that may not speak English as their first language. So I think Google Translate might be something we could look into that might be a useful tool as we want to grow the club. One piece of technology that I believe would be another well invested piece of technology would be point of sale devices such as iPads and things such as the software Square, because we have a lot of people that pay online, but when we go out and do outreach programs, we'd love the opportunity to be able to sign people up on the spot, get their fees paid for right away, so that we don't lose any potential customers and memberships for our club. Mobile apps, I don't think at the minute that the Rapid Youth Soccer currently has an actual app that we could use, but I feel we could use that again to get information out as quickly as possible about all the offerings that we have for the Rapid Youth Soccer Club. In terms of technology as a global tool, the Rapids, we're mainly interested in the local and national scene. We're a smaller youth club here in the Denver metro area, so we want to try and specialise in that first and foremost. But we have made inroads into the national scene. We have an alliance partners around the country that we use to share ideas and just to expand the brand of the Rapids Youth Soccer Club. So I believe we could use technology a lot for that. We already do conference calls on a monthly basis with all those partners. We share through the Google Docs on a daily basis too with all those alliance partners, and technology is going to be paramount in the success of that relationship with the 4 or 5 other clubs around the country that we currently have. Employee knowledge networks, again, we want to make sure that everybody in the alliance is working on the same page. So the best way to do that is to make sure that we have everything at hand, easy access, that all participants can have access to. The session planner that I spoke about earlier, we share that, and we even have it broken up into different categories of clubs that they can go in and upload their sessions, and then we can share all that information at the click of a button. So it's become very vital that we use technology for that. One other global opportunity that we have currently is with the relationship with the Rapids Professional Club. They also have a relationship with MLS, the Major League Soccer League, and Sky Sports News in the UK. Major League Soccer now is televised weekly in the UK market, so I believe the brand that can be expanded upon through that increase in technology there as well. Another thing we could use would be for international youth tournaments. We recently took a group to Ireland to conduct a week's long training and participation in a local tournament in Ireland, and again we used a lot of social media to relay information back to friends and family of the players that were there, and also to build on the relationship with that local club as we move forward. The methodology model, I believe we would use the Agile method. I believe this would be the case because of the smaller scale that we have. We have less than 25 employees at the minute, so obviously it allows for easy access to all of those, and everyone's on the same page with how we're using our operations. The standardized systems across both the local market and the national market, it allows it to be very simple versus being complex if everyone's doing their own individual individual thing. So I believe using that method would be the best way to go. As I've said, I think coaching is something that used to be a lot of just I put coach in front of players and just out in the soccer field. But the more technology is advancing, the more that we can use it in our day-to-day operations. Off the field, it will continue to be a vital source for us to use and a tool to utilise as we move forward. But I believe off the field, there's going to be more and more technology that we can implement in the club. Appreciate your time. Thanks for listening.